everyone with a bullet. It's your friend Brendan Smith.
And your friend John Ross Bowie. Welcome to the Record Junkies. We're just doing a two-hander today.
It's just us.
Just us.
Well,
always.
Also, Richard Cheltenga.
Hi, guys.
And also our floor director.
The Mysterious Gotti.
Mysterious Gotti. I'm not even going to spell his name. I'm going to let people think it's spelled like the gangster.
Could be.
It could be. It's not, but it could be.
Yes, but we've had some amazing guests lately.
But I thought it would be nice to just kind of have a quiet, just little twofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a pleasant hang in this chaotic world.
Yes, indeed.
Just a timeout.
Although things could have really quieted down by the time this episode posts. They probably haven't. So hope you're weathering the apocalypse well. In our news, I recently attended the Punk Rock Bowling Festival.
Yes.
In Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes.
And it was a delight.
That was the headline. It was a delight.
It was an absolute delight. Yeah. The headliners were Cox Bar doing probably their final tour ever. Great British working class street toughs. Peter Hook and the Light doing an all Joy Division set, which was neat. And Social Distortion on the final night.
Now, just for people who don't know what punk rock bowling is.
So it started as literally just a bowling tournament that had a music element, and it was held in an actual bowling alley in Vegas. It has since expanded over the years. It is put on by the Stern brothers from Youth Brigade, and it is now this 3-day mega event where, yes, there is an off-site bowling tournament, but mostly it's about these bands of varying degrees of experience and renown. And it is, I've been twice now. I have to say, it is one of the most efficiently run festivals I have ever been to in my life.
Where is it happening? Is it happening somewhere on the Strip?
No, it's in what's called the Downtown Event Center, I think, which is basically a very large parking lot, and then they close off part of this street. So there's 2 stages. And the band, there's like 5 minutes between bands. So if you don't have to miss anybody. It's not one of those festivals where you have to like make a series of Sophie's choices and just be like, well, if I see these guys, I'm going to miss these guys. You can see everybody you want. And it is, the sound's great. It's closer to Fremont Street than it is the Strip. Fremont Street is an entire podcast unto itself. Not going to go there right now. But it's such a well-run festival. You get a lot of bang for your buck. The bands apparently love playing it. They all really enjoy themselves. Everyone's compensated and taken care of. I got to hang out backstage briefly with a couple of the guys from Flag, which is a bunch of people who were in Black Flag but are not Greg Ginn.
Right, or Henry Rollins.
Yeah. So
Keith Morris, who played.
No, Keith Morris sang with them.
He did sing with them.
Keith Morris sang with them.
Okay.
Because
the Circle Jerks also played at Punk Rock Bowling,
Not this year.
Right? Not this year.
Not this year. So Keith sang with Flag, and Chuck Dukowski on bass, Stephen Egerton from Descendants doing his very best Greg Ginn on guitar, and Bill Stevenson, who was in both Black Flag and Descendants, laying it down on the drums. Heard like all those great songs from the first 4 Black Flag records, Wasted, Six Pack, just a bunch of great stuff off of that record. A newish band called the Bad Nerves from England. They were really good. Who else did I see? Laura Jane Grace did a terrific set. Frank Turner pulled off a solo acoustic set where he got a pit going. I got to bring a Frank Turner record in at some point.
Frank Turner is the greatest. Really, and Laura Jane Grace's new record is really good too.
Yeah. Laura Jane Grace, I really enjoyed that set. There was a little bit of Against Me in her set, but there was a lot of newish stuff. I have to shout out my friend Mikey Erg, who was banging the skins in that band. Really, and the vibe is lovely. Everyone's really friendly. It's just punk rock at its absolute best. There was a great viral video that broke the Monday after the festival of a guy wearing Nazi paraphernalia getting kicked out of the festival.
An older guy
who absolutely 100% should have fucking known better.
Yeah.
It's not germane to the story, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Didn't see it. I was on the side of the stage for Flag. whatever. But so I miss all the fun, unfortunately. I had a great seat for Six Pack, but I missed the Nazi getting kicked out of the...
I saw that. I thought of you because I saw that happen, and it appeared online pretty quickly.
Very quickly thereafter, yeah.
And he was definitely on the outskirts of he wasn't in the middle of the action.
No, but he was trying to get into the middle,
right.
and he was being, and it wasn't a beat down. He was just getting shoved out.
Yeah, no, he was getting screamed at efficiently.
Yeah, and it was made very clear that he was not welcome, which I think was the best possible way, because you don't want a guy like that getting martyred.
Does anyone know if that person was just an instigator or if that guy was genuinely a punk rock fan and just didn't think about what he was wearing?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Do not know.
Yeah.
At this point, unless it's the two S's in the KISS logo, you just should be pretty careful.
Yeah. Yeah, and he stood out, too, because he was a larger guy, and he was wearing a red shirt. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Where's everyone staying when they go to punk rock bowling?
There's two hotels that have deals. The Golden Nugget,
sure,
which is where a lot of the bands stay.
Okay.
I stay at the Downtown Grand, which is a couple blocks away from the actual event, but they have pool parties there. And so if you go to a late-night pool party, you're already home, basically.
Oh.
So if you feel like leaving early, like I saw about... there's always a ska component at these shows. Hepcat has played punk rock bowling, right. English Beat, Madness. What they did this weekend was Linval Golding was backed up by the Agrolites for an all specials set. So that was lovely. Mm-hmm. Opened with Message to You, Rudy. It was delightful. So I saw that and then caught about half of that set. And then I was downstairs at my own hotel. So I went upstairs and it was great.
What about the bowling? Is there a tournament?
There's a tournament. I'm a terrible bowler, so I don't fuck with the bowling, but I understand that people have a good time doing it, and I wish them well.
Okay.
But I honestly, if you're even remotely into punk rock, it is a terrific festival. It is so well run. There's all sorts of great food vendors.
2 nights?
3 nights.
3 nights?
They usually do it on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay. Okay, fascinating. While you were seeing that punk rock bowling, I saw Simple Minds at the Forum.
That must have been a fun
show. Simple Minds. It was great, but we saw Simple Minds together last year ago.
Yeah. And you kept telling me, like, this is a great set. You're going to really enjoy this. And I was like, it's going to be kind of a nostalgic thing. I was so moved. I had such a good time at that set. They were, I was so choked up during Alive and Kicking. It was remarkable.
Well, I think that they were so taken with the response they got at the Cruel World Festival in Pasadena last year that they decided, we can come back to North America. And they played the Forum, which is ambitious because the Forum is a big place.
Very big place.
It was not a sellout.
Okay.
But there were a lot of people there. It was pretty good. And they were fantastic. And the set list was very similar to Cruel World. Many fan favorites and some deep cuts for the nerds.
Oh, nice. Good.
Some deep cuts for the nerds.
Oh, great.
Which you always love.
Great.
So, yeah. Soft Cell opened up for them.
Did they promise you a miracle?
Yes, they did.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
Good. They're not gonna come to America and not play Promise You a Miracle.
Absolutely. Fair point. Fair point indeed. All
right, that's a good catch up. It's just the two of us tonight. We don't have anyone to bounce off other stuff to, so I'm kind of interested to hear what you may have brought to the table.
All right, so I brought something that's sort of punk adjacent. Band from the great city of Minneapolis, who started about a little over 20 years ago. This is their first full length. It's called I Am the Movie, and this song is called The Future Freaks Me Out.
I'm on fire, and now I think I'm ready to bust a move. Check it out, I'm rockin' steady.
How do you pronounce it? Moog? So what I like about these guys is that there's hints of Midwestern emo, certainly, but it's tempered with a sort of a dry, ironic wit and a moog. I discovered these guys right after I got a high-speed connection late in life at 2004. I got a high-speed internet connection. I discovered that record labels would post songs on their websites to promote their bands, and I was like, this is fantastic. So I go to the Epitaph Records website. Epitaph Records, founded by Brett Gurwitz from Bad Religion. Reputable, reliable Los Angeles label. Mostly punk, but diversified enough. and this is a new release on it. And I go, this is fun as hell. I like this a lot. They were getting compared to Weezer. I don't quite hear it. I think they're a little more dynamic than Weezer. I think it's basically just because they have lead singers with horn-rimmed glasses, which I don't think should affect the sound quite so much. But
No.
but I buy the CD. This is kind of a sweet story. Are you ready?
For a sweet story?
Yeah.
In these troubled times? Of course.
I get married in Boston, June 2004. On the day I get married, my groomsmen and I hit Newbury Comics, which is a terrific comic and record store.
Yes. Legendary.
Yeah, legendary
For all the
place.
nerds.
Yeah.
It's a nerd place.
It's a real nerd place. Anyone in New England knows this.
Yes.
I'd actually argue that anyone in the Northeast corridor
and
is
elsewhere,
familiar
because they
with
used to
Newbury
have a
Comics.
mail-in thing. So
Yeah,
if you were a nerd,
they probably have a
you
mail order thing.
Had to do Newbury Comics.
And a bunch of us went in there. We're just wandering around day of...
On the day of your wedding.
On the day of our wedding, the groomsmen and I, just as a sort of like, not even a bachelor party, just sort of a bachelor brunch, went out and we hit Newbury Comics, and I was like, oh, this is this band I heard on the Epitaph site. I should pick this album up. And then I listened to it in the car in Kauai, the Garden Island, where I spent my honeymoon with Jamie Denbo. So when I hear this record, it is very evocative to me of my honeymoon, which was really nice.
And you're still married.
And I'm still married, which is also nice. I would hate, God, if we ever get divorced, that would really ruin this band for me.
I think she'd be okay with you taking this band, right?
She'd probably be okay with it. I don't think it's quite as evocative for her as it is for me, but I just love this record. I've gotten to see them live a bunch of times. I've gotten to know the guys. They are Midwest nice through and through. All of them just real sweethearts. Tony Thaxton, their drummer, terrific drummer, plays drums in the house band for the Pardcast-a-thon. When Jimmy Pardo does his Never Not Funny marathon for the Smile Train.
Our friend Jimmy Pardo has a connection with this band.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's not a completely out of the... I didn't even... I have a copy.
I would also say you're probably maybe the only person in America who went to a major comic book store on the day of his wedding.
I doubt that's... I'm sure that's not the case.
It's a rare club.
This is not my original copy. This is an album. This is the 20th anniversary edition with the beautiful orange and black vinyl. I got to show you. Actually, it's really nice. But yeah, so they put on a really, really fun show. They're cute guys. I don't know why they're not pictured enough, but look at this vinyl.
Oh,
how
look at
gorgeous
that
is that?
orange
Is that
vinyl.
cool?
Wait, is this a relatively new release with the orange vinyl?
Yes, this is the
okay.
20th anniversary. This came out in 2023.
Right, okay.
To mark the 20th anniversary. Jesse, I couldn't remember his name. Jesse is the keyboard player who actually started as a bassist, got invited to play keyboards, even though he didn't really know how to play keyboards, taught himself, and is now kind of he's a fan favorite at the live sets.
Richard Sheltinga, give me the business reason for the unbelievable amount of colored vinyl that is going on these days. It seems like everybody is doing colored vinyl.
The only business reason is to sell colored vinyl.
It's for collectors.
Yeah.
It's for collectors.
But they're buying it.
They're buying
Because
it.
it's got limited edition colored vinyl, right?
Yeah, there's only like
just-
1,000 of these
real-
or something.
Yeah.
It's
No.
it's a
'Cause
limited
if you
edition.
just do black vinyl,
Yeah.
people are gonna be, they want something special. That's it.
It's amazing to
Yeah.
me how much colored vinyl there is out there.
Yeah.
We did it. Egghead did for our vinyl release.
What?
We have 500 red, 500 white to match the dominant colors on the front cover.
Fun fact: a manufacturer told me
Yes.
the splattered vinyl, the mixed colored vinyl, does not sound as good sonically. However, solid colored vinyl will be consistent. So if it's solid black, solid clear, but it's inconsistent when it's like splattered.
Why is that? Does it actually affect the texture of the record?
I didn't get that far into it.
Well, for fuck's sake, man, that's half
I'm
a
not
story.
a chemist.
No, but that's it. But that is an interesting detail because everyone's doing the
Yeah.
splatter.
But they're not playing them on there. I mean, it's
It's
collectors.
collected.
Yeah.
One to play with, one to collect.
Exactly. One's in the box.
Let's hear. Let's actually hear my favorite accident, which is track number 5. This is it's a good headphone song. Tony Thaxton on the drums, guys. Yeah, I'm playing Air Moog. I won't apologize. So this is a fun moment because this is where Jesse does, it's on this song that Jesse does his patented Moog stand, where he braces his hands on either side of the keyboard and leaps up with his feet in the air. It's a striking image that they do near the end of their live sets. Crackerjack live band, really sweet, nerdy guys who are... you can kind of hear it in their songs. They have a sound, certainly, but you talk to them and they're into all sorts of different shit. You know, they're super into Superchunk and they're into Ben Folds, and he name checks Paul's Boutique on this record at one point. It's just a really fun vibe. And again, yeah, I listened to this song and I am driving through a surprise rainstorm on the Garden Island in Hawaii. With my brand new adorable wife. It's a real place and time record for me. Then yeah, I got to know them just because they're comedy adjacent. Tony actually lived there. The band is sort of collectively based in Minneapolis, but Tony lives out here. Got to know him. Through him, I got to know the other members of the band, and they're delightful. This is their first full length. This was the how they introduced themselves to the world, and yeah, they're really, honest to God, one of my favorite bands.
What else did you do on that honeymoon?
We did a tour of a coffee plantation.
Sure.
Because Hawaii is great for coffee. We took a catamaran that was okay, but I started to get a little seasick. And then to make matters worse, and I'm going to lose some fans here, to make matters worse, the captain of the catamaran started to play Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
And I specifically, being nauseous, did not want to hear Cheeseburger in Paradise.
That's the opposite of this.
It's the opposite of this, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. And I'm sure Jimmy Buffett was a lovely human being. I mean him no ill will.
Most of the people that book catamarans in Hawaii
are going to fucking love Jimmy Buffett. I was clearly the outlier on this.
Oh, yeah.
I was the only person not enjoying myself.
I can tell you were the only person honeymooning in Hawaii that had been at Newberry Comics on the day of their
I'll
wedding.
give you that. Okay. I'll give you, if you want to narrow it down like that. Yeah, that's a box that I will welcome.
Yes, because there are a lot of other people on their honeymoons, perhaps.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other people who, I mean, look, Comic-Cons are filled with people who visit comic book shops on their wedding days. That's fine. There's people who get married and who do their vows in Klingon. I'm not the only person who has ever visited a comic book and record shop, but do recommend Newberry Comics if you're in the greater Boston area. It's a great hang. Can we hear Indoor Living, please, off this record? The title is actually cribbed from a Superchunk album title, but that was it. Yeah,
that's Perfect Teeth.
Sorry, I meant Perfect Teeth.
Oh, okay, Perfect Teeth.
Yeah. Oh, it's just in the right channel. I didn't notice that. And then the other guitar comes in here.
Someday I fear I will be rescued from the borderline with that good memory I failed.
We were talking on the last episode with Moon about how she likes a singer who reaches for a note and almost doesn't make it, but lands it. And the certain amount of... So she was referring to Jack White at the time. I think the same could be said for Justin Courtney Pierre, the singer of Motion City Soundtrack. He's got range, but he pushes himself to his higher levels sometimes, his higher register, and it's fun and maybe even a little suspenseful. The other thing I like about these guys is that they are only a couple years younger than me.
Well, I was going to say, for all the records that you brought into this situation that we've been doing, because this is our 6th episode, or so, roughly. This is the most you, I think.
Oh, interesting. Say more about that.
I think that if you were to maybe start a brand new band, you have a band, Egghead, right?
Oh, yeah.
But if you were to start like a brand new project, I kind of feel like this.
It would sound like this.
It would sound like this.
I would be honored. I have occasional fantasies that their bassist takes ill. And not like severely, but like can't do a tour, or not even can't do like a leg of a tour.
Just a show in LA.
Yeah, just can't do a show of LA. And I mean, again, the loveliest guys, but like Nothing like a tendonitis or something. Nothing. I don't want anyone.
We're not talking permanent replacement. We're just talking
no one
about
is talking about that
a
at
couple
all.
gigs.
No.
L.A., San Juan Capistrano, maybe the Bay Area.
Maybe the Bay Area, and then thank you so much, John. That was great.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Matthew, I love you. You know, Matthew, I'm a fan.
John, we're playing the Sunshine Theater in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Could you do that?
I could help out,
Okay.
sure. How long a set?
We're probably an hour and 15.
Okay, yeah, all right, great.
Yeah, and we're going to rehearse at one of those studios outside of Burbank.
I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I will need a little rehearsal, but that'd be great, guys. Thank you.
I think
this is like that moment in King of Comedy where De Niro's fantasizing that Jerry Lewis is giving him the job.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've had this thought in my head for many years. I don't know if we've ever talked about this in some of our other iterations. Here is my question to John Ross Bowie, and I'm going to present the same question to you because this guy can play guitar. John Ross Bowie, if you could insert yourself in any band in the world, even at any time, what band would you put yourself in?
A really good question. Well, I learned to play bass listening to those first couple Pixies records that Albini produced, where the bass is super high in the mix. I would never dream of taking a job away from Kim Deal, nor could I sing Gigantic while playing Gigantic. I just couldn't, even though it's just that one riff.
Not the same vibe.
It's a motherfucker.
It wouldn't be the same vibe.
Yeah. But that is the first thing that comes to mind because I actually do know a chunk of Doolittle. I could walk on stage right now and do Debaser and Wave of Mutilation and maybe even Here Comes Your Man. I have that stuff under my fingers. So that's the first thing that comes to mind with bands that I could step in. I have stress dreams sometimes that I'm supposed to do an entire hour-long set with the Ramones, and the songs are just similar enough that I'm really fucked up.
See, I have a similar dream with I'm playing a guitar mass, a Catholic guitar mass, and I'm pushed on stage by a priest, and I don't know how to play guitar.
That's really layered.
Had
because
that
has
for many years, for decades, I've had that dream.
That's not just performance anxiety. That's Catholic guilt.
It's a whole fucking thing.
That is. We do not have the hour that you need to talk about that. So let's go
I've had
with
that
Richard.
recurring dream. Richard Sheltinga. Any band, you could insert yourself, Marillion. Any band throughout time, Marillion. Any band.
No, it really. If you're talking about just on stage, right? You're talking about like playing on stage.
Could you do a
just
set
being
with
a
them?
part
Because-
of a band.
Well, okay, two different questions, right? Because on stage would be a band like Iron Maiden to play guitar with, because you could the theatrics, the state, the power of it, the hugeness of it, and
Love
just
the
to hear
answer.
your guitar play through those.
Love the answer.
Right? That would be amazing.
Okay.
Because I've stood on those stages with the 60,000 people screaming, not for me,
Right,
but
right.
for bands I'm with, right?
Right.
And you can feel the fucking power, and I can't imagine what it'd be like to have that great big of a stage show impacting all of those people that are in lockstep with you.
Don't have a headspace for it.
I would love to play guitar in a band like that, just for fun.
Excellent
Not
answer.
necessarily for the music.
No, excellent
but-
answer. Excellent answer.
Fine answer indeed. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. From 2003, I Am the Movie by Motion City Soundtrack, who have just released a new single and have a new full length coming out this fall.
Fantastic. I love it. My answer is The Replacements, but no one asked me.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm sorry. No, you want to? What do
Well, you were talking about a
you want to
fever
do?
dream.
Do you want to play guitar?
No.
What do you want? You want to sing?
No, I don't want to take Tommy's place. I'm going to take Paul's place.
Okay.
I'm going to turn into Paul Westerberg
Okay, I love that.
because one of my most important bands.
Hey, it's your buddy Brando here at beautiful Lake Hollywood to make an important pitch. We want to get to the top of the mountain, and the only way we can do that is with your help. So here's the deal. If you go to therecordjunkies.com, you will find a link to our merch store. Yes, we have merch. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, all featuring kick-ass artwork by our buddy Chris Sherry. It's super awesome. Get into it. Also on the webpage, you will find a link to our Patreon account. Yes, we have a Patreon. But for our monthly subscribers, we're going to do something cool. Every month, we will have a live show on YouTube with us and you guys, hanging out, talking records, asking questions, just interacting with our special fans. It's gonna be awesome. If you can't do any of that stuff, just like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, at The Record Junkies. Let's just, it's global domination. That's all that we care about. Being number one. But we can only do that with your help. Your buddy Brando, over and out.
One of my other historic, most important bands. And it's a hill that I'm going to die on. Let's just listen to this intro. Let's turn this up.
Did you bring in a live album?
Hold on. Hold on, John Ross Bowie. Let's turn this up. Let's hear something.
Hey, New Jersey, can you believe it?
New Jersey, can you believe it? This is for you, Gotti.
Let's go!
Oh! John Ross Bowie, the year is 1978. June 19th. Can you guess what theater in New Jersey we're at? John Ross Bowie.
Oh, is it the Capitol in Newark?
The Capitol
Is
in
it?
Passaic.
Passaic, I apologize.
Here we go. We got to hear just the beginning of this. I got goosebumps.
What is this?
No, you can keep turning it up, Richard, for just a little bit more.
Oh, you went. Is this illegal?
Tonight,
Is this an official?
in the heartland. John, what I'm presenting to you today, and
It's a
Richard,
French bootleg of a Jersey show.
this is Piece de la Resistance.
De
This was the
Resistance.
first bootleg I ever purchased. For you, especially because it's Second Coming Records in New Jersey. This is the bootleg.
Second Coming Records in New York.
Or, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Second Coming Records in the Village.
Yeah, they had a great bootleg selection.
Okay,
They had
so
a great bootleg selection.
I'll tell you the story of that in a second, but this bootleg, it's one of the famous Springsteen bootlegs because this was June 19th, 1978, WNEW, Gotti, a radio broadcast, John Ross Bowie.
Scott Muni.
For both of you on WNEW. They also played in, I think they broadcast it in Boston and Baltimore. He did 3 nights at the Capitol Theater.
Wow.
And Passaic. You guys will have to tell me about Passaic.
Nah,
Which is
leave
a
that to
very
Guy.
famous theater that tons of bands played at through the years back then when it was open. But this was special because this was like one of my first solo trips to Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
Because I was living with my dad in Philadelphia and I was allowed to take the train up. And
That's a 90-minute train ride,
yeah,
if that.
It's nothing.
It's a
so
pittance,
easy.
yeah.
And we live close to the train station, and boom, you're there. And so one of the first places I went to was Second Coming Records. And this is just the radio broadcast. It's so primitive vinyl.
This is what, Tour of Darkness on Edge of Town?
This is Darkness on the Edge of Town. This is thought to be one of the best Springsteen shows, period, that has happened.
I mean, this set list is insane.
The set list is insane. But the vinyl recording is shitty. Richard is playing audio that's been taken off the internet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was wondering where you found it because it's not streaming.
Yeah. There are pieces of it on some of the Springsteen releases.
Oh,
You know,
are they
over
chunks it
time-
on that big that box set that came out in the 80s?
This didn't make that set.
Okay.
But it's made some more recent ones because
Okay.
they've remastered some of the stuff.
I mean, God,
But-
look at this one. Side E is just 4 songs. Not Fade Away, Into She's the One, Backstreets, and Rosalita. I mean, that's just one album side. Good Lord.
Now, on this collection, look at what they printed. There's 3 discs in this particular set. Look what they used to print. You read that for the people?
Songs for the God With Us program, Growing with God. Well, they would always use fake labels on bootlegs to sort of send off to evade the cops, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this would appear to be a label for an inspirational record. Wow.
This is a more beautiful. We can put that down on the. That's a more interesting looking.
Trademark of quality indeed. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
But I'll just say that the importance of this record, I loved Bruce. I was fortunate enough to see him a few times on the Born in the USA tour. And I'll tell one story about that in a second. But again, first time I'm in Manhattan by myself, just walking around. It's the summer between my junior and senior year. of high school.
Okay.
And so New York still feels really dangerous. But to go into a record store, Second Coming, I've never seen a bootleg for sale. There's no bootlegs for sale in Albuquerque.
Right.
But this record store in the Village that's kind of famous, so I'm just explaining for people, you live there. You probably were in that store
It's on
1,000
Thompson
times.
or Sullivan?
Sullivan Street.
Sullivan, yeah.
I'd never seen so many bootlegs.
Yeah.
Which also felt like dangerous buying it. But this was the first one that I ever bought.
It was a real crapshoot, too, because you couldn't listen to them. And I bought a terrible Sex Pistols bootleg.
Uh-huh.
And then a great...
At Second Coming?
At Second Coming. And
Oh,
then
I
a
love
great Cure bootleg, a terrific Cure bootleg that went up to, like, I guess maybe Pornography or one of, like, the... It was before Head on the Door, but it was packed with, like, radio appearances and a concert in France. Really cool shit. But that place was incredible. Second Coming was a really cool store.
Yeah. And again, this is the first time that I've ever seen anything. I mean, look, it's just falling apart. I probably haven't put a needle on this in 40 years, but I still have it. I don't know how it's existed over time. Can I tell you my one Bruce Springsteen story that's so great?
Please.
So he didn't come to Albuquerque on the Born in the USA tour, but he came to Denver.
Okay.
And they sent a stack of tickets down to Albuquerque. Me and Jeff Unzi bought tickets.
Mile High Stadium?
Mile High Stadium.
Nice.
The old Mile High Stadium, not
Okay.
the new one, the old one.
Yeah.
And Jeff Unzi's dad drove us from Albuquerque up to Denver and then back
How long a drive is that?
after the show. It's like 5.5, 6 hours. But we
Mr.
drove
Unzi.
straight. Mr. Unzi.
What a fucking prince.
The coolest dad move of
Oh my
all
God!
time.
Of all time,
And that was September.
He should be on the dad Mount Rushmore.
I totally agree, and that was like September of 1985 because he had done the arena tour and then now he's doing stadiums, and it was also his birthday show, so that was just a very special moment. But I love Bruce at this time. I mean, I love Maiden, I love the Replacements, but I love Bruce at this time, and that's a hill that I will always die on. Tell me about Passaic, New Jersey. Tell me about what do you know
I'm
about
not your
Passaic?
guy to tell you about Passaic.
Yeah?
I that's not one of the towns that I know. It's a bigger state than people. It's not big. It's actually it's not the smallest. I think that belongs to either Rhode Island or Delaware, but it's bigger than people realize. And it's very eclectic. So there's great, beautiful parts of Jersey where you're like, fuck yes, this is the Garden State. And there's other parts of Jersey that are like, oh, this is where I die.
Gotti, is your mic live?
Yeah,
Can you tell me about Passaic?
Nope.
2 cents. You can't.
not your guy.
Why did Bruce play the Capitol Theater?
Even
in
a guy
Passaic?
who went to high school in Jersey can't tell you about Passaic. But I remember I've seen ads for the Capitol Theater.
Yeah.
And apparently it was the place. I mean, there's a bill with like Elvis Costello in the English Beat.
Yes.
There are great
Ramones.
Ramones played there a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
There are great black and white videos taken that you can find on YouTube.
Kiss?
Kiss probably played there, sure, yeah.
This one. So if anyone wants to really nerd out, this exact show is on YouTube right now. It's a shitty because the Capitol Theater clearly shot everything.
Yeah.
With like 2-3 cameras.
But the
whatever.
sound's
very
okay.
primitive. They're all in black and
But
white.
they look good.
They look good. Blonde. There's a Blondie one.
There's a Joe Jackson one. Have you seen the Joe Jackson one?
I haven't seen the Joe
Joe
Jackson
Jackson
one.
one's good.
Zappa played the Capitol Theater.
Oh,
quite
yes,
a
that's
bit.
right. I've seen those
Quite a
ads.
bit.
Yeah.
The last band to play the Capitol Theater in 1989
Duran
was?
Duran.
Duran Duran.
Really?
Yes, and then it closed shortly thereafter.
91.
Perhaps you should be telling us about Passaic, young man.
Well, I don't know. It's about a 3,000 seat theater.
Yeah.
And it was just interesting because I also know, like, historically, Bill Graham had a stranglehold on New York while the Winterland East was opened or whatever. His theater. And the rule
Wonderland.
was if you played for Bill Graham, you couldn't play within 75 miles of that venue. So you were limited. But when the Capitol Theater got going later on in the 70s, really, everyone played there.
Wow.
Just one of those great old places. So I don't know.
Springsteen Springsteen and I got off on the wrong foot. I'm a fan now. Springsteen and I got off on the wrong foot. The first Springsteen I heard was Dancing in the Dark, and much was made of the fact that, like, because that was a return to Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Yes.
Because I think the album before that is Nebraska,
Yes.
which is the moody, dark acoustic one.
Which is also going to be the new movie starring the dude from The Bear.
Jeremy Allen White.
It's about him recording Nebraska.
Which I think is an interesting story. But everyone's like, oh my God, there's a new Springsteen record, Dancing in the Dark comes out, and I'm like, I thought this guy was a guitar band. This is a lot of keyboards, and I don't love it. And then Born in the USA was the next single, and I found that kind of repetitive. And then I started to get into punk rock, and then Jello Biafra gives an interview where he calls Bruce Springsteen Bob Dylan for jocks.
Yeah.
Now, that's not entirely fair. That is not entirely fair. But it stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, Springsteen's not for me. I don't get it.
Because Jello Biafra put the
No, it wasn't just
label on
that.
him?
It wasn't just that. It was just I didn't love what I heard on...
Well, so you were in the eye of the hurricane when, at the height of Bruce Mania,
And-
in New York in 1984,
where the
85.
counter program is New York hardcore, which is the opposite of this.
Yes.
You know, it's like the songs are 90 seconds long,
Yes.
and there's no solos,
Yes.
and there's certainly no saxophone.
But what I'm saying is there's no getting away from Bruce Springsteen in New York City in 1984 and 1985.
He is both omnipresent yet also avoidable.
That's right.
What turns me on to Springsteen is in the aughts, a bunch of bands come out that clearly owe a debt to him, like the Hold Steady, to a certain extent, Arcade Fire. Another band from Jersey called the Gaslight Anthem. And they all, I'm like, oh, this sounds a little bit like Springsteen. I should give Springsteen another try. I buy Born to Run. I sit down, and it clicks. I'm in my 30s. I'm balls deep into my 30s, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. Boy, have I missed out. This is great. I check out Nebraska. Nebraska's haunting and wonderful. I love that record. You saw me react to Badlands. I enjoy Darkness. I go back, and there's stuff I really like on Born in the USA. I like Cover Me. I think Cover Me is great. What was the... Glory Days is fun. There's stuff throughout the catalog that is really good. I still have never seen him live. I need to correct that quickly.
Yeah, that's where it happens. That's
I know,
where the magic
I know.
really happens.
I know.
And that's where you get to see, he played the Forum not too long ago and a few nights there. And it is amazing to be in a room where every 60-something person is crying during Thunder Road.
That isn't a funeral.
Yeah,
But it's not a funeral, right?
It's kind of amazing. And I've been lucky over the years to have seen Bruce many, many times.
Will you drag me off my ass the next time he comes to L.A. and insist that we go?
We have to.
Okay.
We must
don't
go.
let me get away with it.
Have you seen Springsteen? You've
never seen either?
Springsteen?
Richard, you have to come with us. Come with
will.
us.
I will.
Gotti, you're from Jersey. Have you seen Springsteen?
Nope. Can I come with you?
Yeah.
You can come with
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. It just seemed like such an easy,
Yeah.
Fun fact.
low-hanging fruit. Gotti, I
ahead.
apologize.
Last time I was in New Jersey was with Gotti.
Oh.
Gotti, do you want to tell the story when we were in New Jersey?
No.
Okay.
Oh, right. It involves a sex worker in Montclair, and he's got a family, and
involves with a meeting with a mobster in a
It's
warehouse.
Gambino adjacent.
Yeah, it is.
I know the Gambino family, John.
We didn't know what we were getting into.
Well, that's delightful.
this is.
Should we be so lucky if he comes back around? I mean, he's in Europe right now. We hope so.
Chunks of this are available on YouTube, and
The whole Capitol Theater
the whole
show.
Capitol
The
Theater
whole
show.
show
Great.
is on YouTube.
Okay.
Chunks of this recording from WNEW are online.
Can we hear?
It's been out there.
Actually, can we hear 10th Avenue Freeze Out?
We don't have it.
I only
Don't have it.
I only
Okay.
gave Richard 3 clean
Oh, okay.
songs.
3 available.
Let me tell you about
Yeah.
10th Avenue Freeze Out real quick because it relates to my wedding as well. We wanted a band for our wedding in Boston, and we had done work on a TV show that shot in New York. Jamie and I had done little bits on a particular TV show that had shot in New York and had a particularly efficient house band. And so we got a couple of the guys from Conan's band, not Max, but a couple of guys from Conan's band, La Bamba, Mark Pender, to put a band together and play our wedding. And these were guys who have actually played with Springsteen, played 10th Avenue Freeze Out at our wedding.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was right around the time that I was like, I should give Springsteen another shot. Suddenly, in the middle of the dance floor, I'm in my tuxedo, and bum, 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 bum. And I was like, oh, this is magical.
kind of the theme tonight was your marriage.
My nuptials,
Your
yeah.
marriage has come out a couple
Hi,
times.
Jamie, if you're watching this far into the episode.
Well, John, I think it's time we gotta pull the bus into the garage. if you
That's the
will.
worst Jamie I've ever heard.
It's
It's
time
Bruce.
to-
I'm sorry. Got
Time
it.
to,
Okay.
time to land a plane.
Yes, indeed it is. Thank you so much for joining us. Like and subscribe, and check out our Patreon and our merch.
We have a Patreon. We have a
Patreon.
Patreon. And merch.
And
we
there's
have a
gonna be
Patreon.
there's gonna be cool shit all over that Patreon.
And also, by the way, thanks to everybody who sends pictures of the Record Junkies merch that they're getting. Like, that is such a cool thing. It
really means a great deal to
It's
us.
unsolicited. It means a great deal. It's so cool.
TheRecordJunkies.com.
TheRecordJunkies.com will give you links to the store, the Patreon, the whole deal, man.
The whole deal, man.
Let's pull this boat into the dock, John.
I'm from Asbury Park, but I sound vaguely Southern. There it is.
I was stranded in the jungle, taking all the heat that